morning. I had a lot of questions in the DMs and dialoguing with some of you about difficulty letting go of the upper abdomen, feeling like if you do, like your belly's just hanging out, or like you posturally cannot stand up anymore. And I've been reading a lot of journal articles again lately that are just continuing to emphasize the importance of breathing. And I was also listening to this book called The One, and how when you get focused on a goal, you get overwhelmed by all of the things that go into that long-term goal, and why you can't find success sometimes. And why does that apply to you is I think back to when I see somebody in the clinic, and the first thing I do is send them home with breathing on their back. Come back and tell me if you understood that, then we will add on to that. And then you slowly build from there. So if you are struggling with that, I would say go back to some of the basics of breathing. Can you connect to the pelvic floor? Can you feel that? Maybe some hip opening stretches with pelvic floor opening stretches to encourage that length, because we know that a muscle that can fully lengthen to its desired ability will then give us some better contraction for that lift and coursing from the core. And I say this because I couldn't feel more opposite than some PTs that lying on your back and breathing and finding your TA are super important. And that doesn't mean that you're not building to whatever your ultimate goal is running, heavy lifting, whatever that might be. But in my experience, in working with others, if they cannot grasp that technique on their back, they're not creating it in their daily activities, and they're certainly not getting there in their higher level activities. So I think from a perspective of teaching somebody, it's one thing at a time, and then creating those building blocks from there. Wait for a minute. You eat. Feed it for a minute.
Can I eat it?
Yeah, feed it.
Okay.
Moms, one really common mistake with dumbbell thrusters is upward rib flare to assist shoulder press. Watch the line of the rib tilt upward with forward pelvic tilt on the press, versus when the ribs are stacked over the pelvis with only a slight forward tilt of the pelvis.